Yeah. Say cheese. Okay, guys, this is this is actually Little Man's 4-month update for you guys. He just turned 4 months, I want to say a couple days ago. He just had his 4-month appointment yesterday. It's funny because I was going to do his video, but I was jotting down the few notes that I had, and he went to sleep. So I had to wait for him to wake up. Right, Bubba? Right, Papa Bear? Right? Let me hide my phone because he absolutely loves phones. Like, yeah. And so, yeah. Okay, so anyway, so like I said, he is 4 months and 2 days. He is 15.5 pounds, which is crazy. And I kind of figured he was at least 15 because in this last appointment, he was 13, I believe. Now, as far as his eating, he is strictly formula. I think I stopped pumping when he was about, gosh, 3 or 4 weeks, I want to say. And so strictly formula fed. I would say now he's pretty much drinking about a 5-ounce bottle each feeding. Salud! Salud, Papa Bear! Sometimes he'll get another 2 ounces. And so I'm kind of at the point now where it's like I don't know whether or not to give him the larger bottles. And I can honestly say that when I had David, we had like tons of bottles. And this time around, I honestly only bought a 3-pack of the 5-ounce bottles, and I only bought 2 of the single, 8-ounce bottles. And we've pretty much just been using those 3 bottles. Well, Joseph accidentally threw one in the trash when we were at the mall one day. I was like, where's this bottle at? He was like, I don't know, he threw it in the trash. And so basically just using 2 bottles. And I honestly think it is so much easier than having tons of bottles to clean all the time. And so that's one thing I can say this time around, buying fewer bottles. And again, with the larger bottles, I just have 2 of the Playtex ones that I got through couponing. And again, I'm trying to decide when to give him a larger bottle. At the same time, I don't want to be wasting milk either if he doesn't finish a bottle, although I know that the bottle is good for 2 to 3 hours, I want to say, after it's been mixed. He's pretty much getting a bottle every, it's still around that every 2 to 3 hour range. What else? As far as his sleeping, he is continuing to sleep through the night, which he has been sleeping through the night since he was 3 months. He started sleeping throughout the night. So he doesn't wake up at all. Like, there are times when he does wake up, but it's far in between. He rarely ever wakes up in the middle of the night. Pretty much he'll go to sleep around 7:30 after he gets his bath, and then he doesn't wake up until 7 or so in the morning, which is good for me because I usually get up and start my day and work out or whatever I have to do around that time anyways. Basically has a bowel movement every day, and sometimes he'll go every other day, but for the most part it's every day. And as far as wet diapers, he's pretty much he pretty much pees every couple hours or so. He absolutely loves standing. Like, I think he's gonna be moving so fast. Really, I feel like because Papa's, let me see, Papa didn't walk. I think Papa started walking when he was around 10 months. But I noticed him. He just loves being up. And I swear Joseph's always walking with him. Like, I'm like, yeah, leave it to Joseph. He'll be driving tomorrow. Like, but that's as far as his bowel movements and him peeing. Again, I said his weight was 15.5 pounds. He's 25.25 inches long. And as far as any kind of milestones, again, he has really good neck and head control. I'm still putting him on his belly for belly times, which he actually is starting to really like. But early on, he could care less for belly time, and he would roll back over to his back. What else? He looks to where he hears sound. He tracks you with his eyes. He is reaching out, which is so awesome. It's just, I think that's probably one of the number one things is like, besides hearing your baby coo and say mama and dada, is having them reach out for you. And that's just, oh, like he started doing that a few days ago. He started just reaching out. So it's so funny because between me and Joseph, it's like he reaches for me, you know, when he has him. And then it's like once he's with me, he reaches back out for Joseph. So it's actually just so cute though, because it's like he doesn't know where he wants to be. He just wants to be held. And so yeah, but that's one thing I think is just so cute. He is rolling. He can roll over from his belly to his back. Huh, that bear. What else? He's still pretty vocal. He still coos. Not as much though, because I was telling Joseph, he doesn't seem like he coos as much like these last couple weeks or so. He does still coo and talk, but not as much. He sucks on his fingers and his hands all the time. I'm like, you're gonna gag yourself. You're gonna, it's like he's constantly trying to put his hand down his throat. He keeps scratching his face. I put the socks on and they come off, and he ends up, and so that's one thing I'm trying to work on. My sister had got him some bigger mittens, and I had taken them off one day to check, to check, and he had this little hand. It was too tight around his wrist, and it left this. Let me see, baby. It's okay. It left this black mark around his wrist from cleaning off the circulation. And so he doesn't wear the mittens anymore. He's pretty much just wearing socks. And what I've actually started using is Papa socks. Like, I didn't realize how much of David's clothes I kept from when he was little. But I noticed that his, like, Papa's tube socks, they're like really long. They literally go up past his elbow. Those work really, really good because they're nice and snug around his arm, where they're not too tight to cut off circulation, and they stay on. And even if he kind of chews on it and pulls at it a little bit, it's still on. And so he's been pretty much wearing those mostly at night, since that's when he tends to scratch is at night. And so, but during the day, I try to keep him off of him so that his hands, so that he can, do what he's supposed to do, and that's working on his grabbing stuff and stuff like that. And he can't do that with the sock on. Papa Bear. Early on, he had baby acne. And once the acne cleared up, he ended up having dry skin. And so I forget the name of it that his doctor said, but it basically just has sensitive skin. He had a case of Creocat, and so a lot of his hair did come out. He started using the Selsun shampoo, which worked really, really good. And so he hasn't had any issues since then. His hair is still in the process of growing back. And I haven't used the Selsun because he hasn't had any issues. But she said if he does have any kind of dry scalp or anything like that, then just use it again. As far as his face, we were using the hydrocortisone on his face for any kind of for his scratches and his dry skin, and it was just really itchy. And sometimes it'd be so itchy for him that he would just be clawing his face. And so when we saw his doctor yesterday, it wasn't actually his doctor because she's on vacation, but he gave him a prescription for 2.5 before he was taking 1% on the hydrocortisone, and the 2.5 is working really, really good. He just said not to lose it. He just said not to use it any longer than 2 weeks because of the steroids. It's not good for kids or something like that. And so, but it appears to be really working. I'm using it twice a day, morning and night. We're still using the Cetaphil cleanser or wash for his baths, which he absolutely loves baths, you guys. I don't use his bathtub anymore because he's outgrown it, but I will just put him in the bathtub, and I put the water at the level under his ears so that he doesn't have like water in his ears, but he absolutely loves it. If I'm using Johnson & Johnson for his hair, and then once he's out of this, like he has this little routine, like once he's out of the bath, it's like I dry him really, really good. I put baby oil in his hair. He has the Aquaphor, which is an ointment that's for his elbows, and he has dry eczema on his elbows, and it's gotten so much better. If he didn't have long sleeves, I would show you guys, but it's gotten so much better, you guys. The Aquaphor is really, really working. I'm using that 3 times a day, at least 3 times a day. And then once he takes his bath, literally the dry skin just kind of falls off, basically. And so I'm just so excited to see that it's getting better. But the Aquaphor goes on his elbows and his back and on his calves. He has dry areas on his calves as well that I use the Aquaphor for. And then I use the hydrocortisone on his face after his bath. And then what else do we do after his bath? And then I think that's basically it. That's kind of our little ritual. It's like I have to make sure everything is all ready, you know, at his little after bath station on the bed and stuff. And so that's that. What else? As far as diapers, he is finally in a size 2. And I think we probably let the size 1 run a little long, because it was getting, the ones were getting a little snug on him. Are you okay? Are you sticking your hand down your throat? Huh? And so, what else? So the diapers, yeah. So he is officially in a size 2 now. And I'm telling you guys, couponing really, really, really helped. It really, really helped, because he had, well, I had taken back 8 boxes of the ones so far, and he has 5 more boxes that I'll probably return in exchange for a larger size. But yeah, he's barely in the 2s. And then as far as size 2 and 3 I have from couponing, he still has 15 boxes between size 2 and size 3. Excuse you. I have about maybe 10 of the single packs between size 4 and size 5. And those are like the 20 count packs I got from Rite Aid. As far as his clothes, he is, he's almost out of his 0 to 3. Like some of his 0 to 3 months he can still wear, but a lot of it he can't. So right now it's pretty much like this outfit is 0 to 3 months, but it runs a little big. And he still has stuff in his closet he has not even worn. And so, yeah, but right now I'm thinking he's pretty much in that 3-month size at least, because even the 3 to 6 is just way too big for him. He actually wears a lot of Papa stuff that I honestly did not know I kept so much of David's stuff, but I did. And it's actually really cute to have to see it, I mean, I know they're hand-me-downs, but it's just, to me, it's just cute to see him wear clothes that Papa wore, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of cute. And then if I can find pictures where Papa's had them on, and then he has them on, it's just cute. And so, and plus Papa loves it when I send him pictures of this little guy wearing his clothes. Papa's just like, oh, he's so cute. And so yeah. A few of you guys are asking, what does Papa feel about having, or being a big brother? Papa hasn't met him yet. I'm hoping that he can come in the summer, so he can meet him, because that's so important to me. He hasn't slept in his room yet. He hasn't been here yet. I mean, we come in, I bring him in here and lay him in his crib just so he can kind of get used to it, but pretty much as far as sleeping, he actually, I didn't talk about sleeping. For now, I'm not really co-sleeping with him anymore. Before Joseph came, I pretty much would put him in his sleeper, but he got too big for it. And so what I ended up doing is taking the changing table section out as well as a sleeper and just kind of tossing it underneath it. And so, you know how playpens have that higher level that you can have it? Basically, he sleeps in there. And so, and pretty much he does good in there. I put him in there to go to bed, and if he wakes up, I do try to keep him in there. So as of right now, he is not sleeping with us. He is sleeping in his playpen. Bugger. But anyways, I hope this video doesn't get too long, you guys, because I really felt like there was more to talk about than I thought. Other than that, is that it, baby? Huh? Is that it, Bubba Bear? Are you pooing? Are you pooing? He doesn't want to talk right now. Yeah, so that's basically it, you guys. I think he's almost, well. Yeah, is that it? Say bye. I think that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys all in our next update. Later, guys.